All right, if you're a data engineer, you already know that your career path, it's not always a straight shot up, right? But what if it could be clearer? What if we could actually map it out? Well, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're breaking down the whole journey into 4 levels, taking you from the starting line all the way to, well, let's just call it the final boss.
So you can write a data pipeline. You've got the basics handled. You can get data from A to B. And hey, that's a huge deal, for real. But after you've done that for a while, you start to ask yourself, okay, what's next? Where do I go from here? How do you actually level up?
Well, it turns out there's a pretty solid roadmap. We can break down the whole data engineering journey into these 4 stages. Think of this as our guide for today. We're going to walk through it step by step, from the absolute fundamentals all the way to, that final boss level. So let's kick things off at the beginning.
Okay, level 1, this is where everybody starts out. We call this the builder. It's all about rolling up your sleeves, getting your hands dirty, and just making things work.
And what does a builder do? It's pretty straightforward, right? You can build a data pipeline that works. You get the logic, you can write the code, and you can move that data. But, and this is the key, it's for stuff that's not too crazy big or super complex. You're building, but within certain limits.
So what's in your toolkit at this level? It's the essentials, the bread and butter. You've got your SQL, you've got your Python, and you've got a decent grasp of basic data modeling. Honestly, these 3 things, they're the bedrock for absolutely everything else you're going to learn.
All right, let's level up. Once you know how to build, the next big challenge is learning how to build big. And that brings us to level 2, the scaler. This is a total game changer. You're not stuck on just one computer anymore. At this stage, you're starting to get the basics of distributed compute. Think of it like this. Instead of one person trying to lift something heavy, you've got a whole team of computers working together on the same giant job. It's the only way to deal with really, really big data.
And the tools you're using change too. Now we're talking about the heavy hitters. Things like Spark, BigQuery, Snowflake, these are all built for this kind of massive parallel work. And we can even put a number on it. We're talking about being comfortable handling data in the 1 to 2 terabyte range. See, you're not just a builder anymore, you're a scaler.
Okay, so you can build and you can scale. You're handling terabytes. What else is there? I mean, where do you go from there? Well, that takes us to level 3, the stage of pure technical skill, the master. And the key word here is mastery. You've gone from just knowing the basics of distributed compute to truly mastering it. It's second nature. A level 3 engineer can look at a problem and design a pipeline for pretty much any amount of data you can imagine. The scale becomes, well, it's basically unlimited.
And you can see this mastery in a few places. First, you know how to squeeze every last drop of performance out of these big systems. Second, your data modeling is next level. And third, you become obsessed with efficiency. Things like data compression, making sure that when the data gets to the end, it's not just sitting there, it's actually fast and easy for people to use.
Just to give you an idea of what we're talking about, look at this. I was working on pipelines that were petabytes a day. Let that sink in. A petabyte is 1,000 terabytes. And we're talking about that much data every single day. This is the absolute peak of technical data engineering. It just doesn't get bigger than this.
So, I mean, seriously, if you're already wrangling petabytes of data every day, you've climbed the technical mountain. You're at the summit. So what's left? What could possibly be the next level after that? It feels like there's nowhere else to go, right?
And that brings us to our last and honestly most surprising level. Level 4, the final boss. And I'm going to bet the main skill you need here is not at all what you think it is.
Communication, that's it. Just one word. After all that crazy tech, all the terabytes and petabytes, the final, ultimate level up isn't about learning a new tool or building a bigger system. It's a soft skill. Wild, right?
And this quote, this is everything. You actually talk to stakeholders before you write your pipelines. See, a level 4 engineer gets it. They understand that you can build the most amazing, powerful, petabyte scale pipeline in the world, but if it doesn't solve the right problem, it's completely worthless. So they talk to people first. They find out why something is needed before they ever start building the how.
So let's put it all together. Level 1, you're the builder, using SQL and Python. Level 2, you're the scaler, handling terabytes with tools like Spark. Level 3, you're the master, dealing with petabytes like it's no big deal. But level 4, the final boss, that's all about communication. It's the difference between building the pipeline right and building the right pipeline. Huge difference.
And that really leaves us with something to think about, doesn't it? I mean, your code can move mountains of data. That's amazing. But can you move the minds that matter? Pushing petabytes is one thing, but maybe the real final boss is bridging